What do you think it'll take to get the paparazzi to leave you alone?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is that one of your biggest wishes?
Today, we're taking a raw look at something we don't talk about enough, how trauma trains us to reject the very love we crave. And to unpack this, I want to hold up a story you probably know, but maybe you've never connected it to your own healing.
Candidly, just between you and me, how much Pepsi do you think you drink on an average day?
I really do like Pepsi.
Really? What's your favorite kind?
Do. My favorite kind of Pepsi's Pepsi.
Britney Spears. What does the Princess of Pop have to do with trusting God and receiving unconditional love? Everything. Because her story exposes exactly what happens when family dysfunction, control, and unconditional love collide. So let's break it down. For over a decade, Britney Spears, one of the biggest stars in the world, lived under something called a conservatorship. A conservatorship is a legal arrangement usually meant for people who are incapacitated, people who can't care for themselves. After her very public breakdown in 2007-2008, Britney's father, Jamie Spears, in a court gave him near total control over her life. Her money, her career decisions, her relationships, even her body. She claimed she couldn't remove birth control she didn't want. All while Britney kept working, touring the world, performing, filming, and making millions. Publicly, people loved her, but privately, she was managed, silenced, and told, if you don't perform, you lose everything. Your kids, your freedom, your money, and your family. So what does this show us about trauma and love? Britney's story is bigger than fame. It's about how trauma twists the truth about what love really is. In healthy families, love is unconditional, but in unhealthy systems, especially narcissistic or controlling families, love is used like currency. It's given when you behave. It's withheld when you don't. Britney had to perform to stay valuable. Keep the shows going. Keep the brand alive. Keep the family fed. Behind the glitz was a grown woman trapped by people who claimed to love her most. You might not be Britney Spears, but you might know exactly what it feels like. Maybe you grew up in a home where love had strings attached. Maybe you learned early that your needs were too much. Maybe you were praised when you performed, but ignored when you were weak. Maybe your trauma taught you it's safer to keep your guard up than to risk closeness. So you repeat the cycle. Overserve so people stay. You hide your real feelings so no one pulls away. You push people out when they get too close, just in case they hurt you too. Trauma trains your nervous system to expect abandonment, so you pre-abandon yourself to beat them to it. But here's where the truth cuts the lie. Psalm 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Look at that. Look at that. The world sees brokenness and says, manage it, hide it, punish it. God sees brokenness and says, I'm coming closer. Britney's story reminds us what happens when humans try to control what only God can heal. When real love is replaced with management, performance, and conditions, we lose trust, we lose safety, we lose hope. But the gospel flips it. God doesn't say perform, so I love you. He says you're loved, come as you are. All right, so let's name the difference. Performing for love says, I must do to be. It's transactional, it's exhausting, it's never enough. Receiving love says, I am, so I'm loved. No audition, no earning, no show. Think about Jesus at the Last Supper in John 13. He kneels to wash Peter's feet. Peter resists. Lord, you're not washing my feet. I'll serve you, but don't serve me. Jesus says, unless I wash you, you have no part with me. That's us. We'll serve and perform all day long, but to receive unconditional love, our trauma says too risky. But Jesus says, if you can't receive, you can't be healed. Paul says it like this in Romans 8:15. The spirit you received does not make you slaves, so that you live in fear again. Rather, the spirit you received brought about your adoption to sonship, and by him we cry, Abba, Father. Did you catch that? You're not a slave to perform. You're a child to belong. I want to read you a piece from week 2 of my book, From Breadcrumbs to Beloved. It's titled, Not a Burden. You are not a burden. You are not too heavy to hold. You are not a project God regrets saving. When Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened," he didn't say, "Fix yourself first." He didn't say, "Perform perfectly." He said, "Come." So come as you are. Drop the act. Take off the mask. The table is ready and you have a seat. So close your eyes for a moment, unless you're driving, of course. Picture Jesus. He's not a manager, not a controller, but your shepherd. See him step into your locked room, the place where shame says no one can come here. He kneels, he looks you in the eyes. He says, "You don't have to earn this. You don't have to perform. You don't have to beg. Just be here with me. You are not a burden. You are my beloved." Feel the walls loosen. Stay there. Receive it with no conditions. Quality fam, listen. Your trauma may have trained you to believe love has a price tag. It may have convinced you you're safest alone. It may have forced you to perform to stay valuable, but Jesus didn't die for you to stay stuck on the stage for scraps. He died so you could come home, to be fully seen, fully known, and fully loved. This is exactly why I made my book, From Breadcrumbs to Beloved. There's 30 days of this for your heart, not just your head. Practical ways to stop performing, to stop rationing, and to stop surviving. You are not a burden. You are beloved. If you found this valuable, like, comment, subscribe, and share this with someone you think needs it. Love you guys. See you in the next video. Go in peace.